Tabletop TV program is for mature audiences only.
Okay, folks, cameras are rolling. We are on air in 3, 2, 1, action!
Thanks for tuning in to Tabletop TV.
Welcome back to Tabletop TV. This isn't your grandma's actual play podcast because your grandma doesn't know what any of those words mean. I'm Reed B. I will be your host and GM for the evening. Players, sound off. Popcorn to Borb.
My name is Borb. I was hoping that Reed would not popcorn to me so that I could steal it. I'll be playing Larder Gillhooley, and I'm going to popcorn over to Colton.
Hello, my name is Colton, and I will be playing Tulpa Tillman and popcorn to Sydney.
Oh, he got a last name. That's new
cute.
for him.
That's
He didn't know what those were before. Hello, I'm Sydney, and I'm playing Marianne. And my fun fact for the day is I'm trying to figure out the that Borb is trying to steal from Reed. Popcorn back to Reed.
Oh, thank you for popcorning to me.
No, I wish I could popcorn to Hudson.
Yes, alas, Hudson is not with us for this session specifically, but the show must go on. And let this be a lesson to all you young and impressionable viewers out there that sometimes cunning and thievery can be beaten if you simply meet it with kindness. Popcorn to your enemy, kids.
Hey, okay, now what today we're going to be doing something really special for you folks.
Unbelievable. All right.
I've got a game here called Legends in the Mist.
Fucked up. With that out of the way, we are going to get a bit of a recap going.
Why don't you call it the Reed Cap?
Oh. I don't know. I feel like doing a pun on your own name is a little cliche. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Unbelievable.
I like that one. Okay. Last time on Valley of the Dreamer, our party left behind the festive walls of Feldorf to confront the nightmare waiting beyond the gate. After finally laying eyes on the towering terror, it was revealed to be a large black wolf-like creature with a terribly large red-fanged maw. Albaz let an anti-nightmare spell rip, and Tulpa cut loose to defend Lily, pushing the boundaries of his shape-changing magic to engage in a kaiju battle with the nightmare. Meanwhile, Marianne was having some troubling thoughts, feelings, and voices in her head. The creature seemed to be speaking directly to her, trying to connect with her, and Marianne couldn't figure out why. Then Larder Gillhooley revealed that the fortune teller he visited about 7 sessions ago that the GM promptly forgot about provided him with a prophecy for this exact moment. The prophecy revealed to Larder was that nightmares often feel some amount of sympathy and kinship with witches, and that Marianne herself could perhaps have some witch blood in her. Realizing this, Marianne attempted to connect with the nightmare in a sort of how to train your dragon moment, and Albaz reluctantly stayed his hand as the two entered a strange telepathic conversation. A strange creature took the form of Lily Tillman in the mindscape of Marianne and revealed to her that both of her parents were, in fact, full-blooded witches, and that all of her nightmares would go away if she decided to be one as well. After a lot of inter-party debate, Marianne took the deal, shook a hand, and exited her trance just in time to watch the nightmare disappear over the horizon, never to be seen again. Also, Papa Yerf is now dead, and Larder has flung baby Yerf into the stratosphere somewhere towards the Valley of the Dreamer. And that is where we left off last time. So, we are going to pick back up after, get ready for this curveball, another time lapse. And indeed, this time lapse may be one of our largest yet. This is going to be something of a spring forwards to the end of the month of spring. Sorry, the month of spring? Fuck! Reed, cut that. To the end of the season of spring, which is a season comprised of multiple months. During this time, much of the usual traveling shenanigans have happened. The first thing I'd like to ask the party In the interim between these last two sessions, our party took some points of improvement, which is kind of like experience in Legends of the Mist. Some people acquired new abilities with this. Does anyone here want to talk about what they picked out, if they got something? I think it might just be Colton, but feels worth drawing attention to.
I don't even know if I want to talk about it, because I feel like it's maybe better as like a dramatic end of campaign reveal, you know?
Ooh, excellent point. Excellent point. We'll just let that one hang in the air for a little bit and let the audience guess.
Same for me.
Incredible. Wait, did you pick an ability, Borb?
I actually had one ability with 1 improvement and one ability with 2 improvement. So I maxed both of them out and took 2 quintessences. So I got 2 quints of an essence.
How do you get... I thought you had to get the points of promise. You don't get the quintessences yet.
Sorry. That's right. I got 2 promise points.
Hell yeah. This game's got a lot of vocab.
Oh, don't talk to me like I can't handle a large amount of vocab. Man.
Fuck, you're right. I am...
Fuck you. Hate this shit.
All right, thank you all for tuning into this episode of Table Talk TV. I've been your host, Reed V. Okay, so as the months of spring wear on, winter comes to a close, thank God. And during this segment of travel, as winter comes to a close and spring begins, now very distinctly over the horizon, you begin to see the outline of the twisting cliffs, which you know to be the last and traditionally most grueling part of the travel process to get to the Valley of the Dreamer. And as you travel, that has come closer and closer to your party from over the horizon. I think a good couple months into spring, because I don't necessarily want to run a series of vignettes for this. I just want to run one big thing that happens to you guys over this period of travel. I think some of you realize that once again you are coming up on the summer solstice, which is what caps off the season of spring and begins summer. Very soon, in a few weeks, you are going to hit the 1-year anniversary of your party's travel towards the Valley of the Dreamer.
Oh my god, we've been doing this so long.
Yeah. We cut back in, directorially, back to the scene, as our favorite fellowship is making their way across the landscape of Atlas with proficiency, with experience, with, you know, a measured step and quick pace. You guys have gotten pretty good at this. You're a well-oiled machine now. As we see you guys moving through the woods, sunlight streaking through the branches and leaves overhead, how does your character look different from how they looked almost 1 year ago today? Have they changed at all? Anything about their cadence? Anything about their appearance?
Larder Gillhooley could not look older if he tried. But I think that he is maybe a little bit more sun-weathered. Whatever softness had grown on him from repetitive and frankly easy life as a cockard has kind of fallen off in his traveling. And I think that he stands up a little straighter as he walks. I think that he's kind of been proud of what he's been able to accomplish in the last year.
Hell yeah.
I think Tulpa looks a lot more self-assured. He started the journey as like quite literally a newborn. But now he has had some time to like experience the world. He's gone through a lot of like life and death situations. He's even talked to another dreamling who has experience with like existing for an extended period of time. And so I think he's a little less childlike, although still definitely pretty childlike. But then also he, maybe he's like ever so slightly taller, and like his hair and beard are like, they have braids in them that Marianne has done for him.
That's cute.
Now he's 1 year old. Big boy.
Guys, it's my birthday.
Oh my goodness, the summer solstice is also the birthday of Tulpa. Tulpa's birthday is coming up.
Tulpa.
That's crazy.
I think Marianne's hair is longer. I think she's using this as a chance to try it out and see how it goes, getting it a little bit longer. Kind of like the other said, she's walking with a little bit more confidence and a little more pep in her step, maybe.
Also, if I may add something, and if you don't like this, I'll strike it from the record permanently. I think Marianne looks much more rested in this shot than she has looked in quite a while after making that deal with the nightmare.
Yeah, I think more rested and also more goth. She's gone goth now.
Do you think it's an outfit thing? Do you think it's just like the colors are a little more muted?
Yeah, it's an outfit thing. She somehow has managed to be wearing all black for like 2 weeks straight. Everyone's like, we didn't see her doing this before. We didn't even know she owned that many black clothes. Where did she get them from? Who's to say?
Is that the only outward appearance that marks her transition to a witch? Or are you also glowing with horrible, evil warlock power?
No, just that.
Incredible.
Unless there's anything else that I'd have to do, Reed.
No, outwardly, it's as big of a decision as Marianne would make aesthetically. If you think Marianne would want to lean into the evil warlock aura, she could have.
No, I don't even think she necessarily wants to lean into the goth, but she's like, well, I guess I'm a witch now. Okay, I guess I'll wear this.
She keeps asking Tom to sing songs by Thine Alchemical Romance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some sort of musical called, Despicable.
No.
Wait, what is that one?
No.
It's like, they go to the same universe as the Wizard of Flaws.
Okay, never mind. I figured it out.
I'll be real. I thought that was a long shot Dominion callback. I thought you were taking the Despicable Me route.
I immediately went to Despicable Me.
My mind has been fucking tainted.
I couldn't think of a word that sounded like wicked that wasn't wicked.
Schlicked.
Yeah.
Borb, how come you didn't think of Schlicked? That's a classic.
This is my musical, Wicked. It's about a cotton kind of garment.
Cool. So I think the larger effects of witchdom aren't made apparent to the viewer just yet, but I think, we see a much more rested Marianne and perhaps some darker, more emo clothing. In this scene, as we see you as a unit moving through the Bedlam Woods, which have started to grow less dense, the vegetation less wild, the paths more clearly marked, you get the impression that you are coming up on the end of this leg of the journey. As this is happening, Grimbus Beerwout, walking alongside the party, looks rather sullen today. Tom Yoke and Lily Tillman are having a spirited conversation, walking behind the pack. You know, we haven't really called attention to it too much, but all of the tents and luggage not the luggage you shit, all the tents and luggage and shit that you've been carrying with you, I imagine have been pulled by some mules or some beasts of burden in a wagon behind you. I think it's too much shit for one guy to have stacked on a backpack. So I think perhaps Lily and Tom are sitting atop the wagon, harmonizing with each other, doing little jokes. What is Mr. Tumnus doing? Does Mr. Tumnus look any different, Borb?
Mr. Tumnus does not look different at all. It's one of those things where, on day one, you meet someone and you're like, whoa, that guy looks haggard and mysterious. And then 30 days later, you're like, whoa, I understand a little bit more about the depth of this man's haggardness and mysteriousness. I think the only thing I will say is that every town we pass through, he picks up some article of clothing or other accessory from that town. So now he's wearing a mishmash of river stones and turquoise jewelry and such from each of the towns we've passed through. But it's not it doesn't come together into one coherent outfit. He's just layered up with shit.
Incredible. And we're in that period where it's spring, it's starting to warm up a little bit, so all of a sudden this bulky, cumbersome clothing seems really inappropriate for the given temperature.
He's got 4 t-shirts on.
Yeah, at one point, Tom goes up to him and goes, Mr. Tumnus, do you want me to carry some of that for you? It looks quite heavy.
No, boy, no. Don't touch what you don't. No. Don't touch what you can't feel.
Oh, you're so wise, Mr. Tumnus. You're so wise that I don't even know what that means right away.
No. And yes, indeed.
A double negative. Wow. Tom sits in this for a little bit, and I think we get a shot of just him later the night that happened, lying in bed going, wait, no, that didn't mean anything. I've done the math, that didn't mean anything. I thought it was wise, but I just think it was nothing. Back to the moment of us moving through the very end of Bedlam Wood. Tulpa, you're hanging around Lily, as you often do, as you are often forced to do by some magical outside force. And as she is humming to herself, singing as the band marches along per usual, there's something different about her today. It's kind of hard to tell, but I don't know. As she hums, the forest around her just seems to quiet. The forest grows quiet, almost as if to listen to her sing. And budding flowers in the early spring begin to show their petals as just kind of subtly as the cart moves past. You see animals and trees kind of stopping and turning their attention towards her. And the voice of the songstress has really matured. She's done her lessons. She's done the work. And she seems to really be coming into her own magically. There's another more frightening thought that crosses your mind, Tulpa, as you look at the songstress. She is beginning to grow very close to the Lily you saw in your dream.
Oh no.
She's not quite there yet, but you remember in your birth dream, in that dream which you broke out of and into the real world, you were speaking to an older Lily Tillman. And as you look at Lily humming and singing in this moment, you look at a Lily really growing into the Lily from your dream. When you first met her, you're like, oh, that's like a younger version of the teenager Lily I saw. And now you're looking at her and you're going ooh, maybe we're getting close.
Oh no. Lily?
Yeah?
How old are you?
Well, I'm turning 13 pretty soon.
That would make you a teenager.
Well, yeah. Guess it would. You guys are going to have to start treating me with a little more respect around here. She crosses her arms.
Lily, I always treat you with the utmost respect.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing around. Hey, listen, me and Tom have been working on this new song. You want to hear it?
Oh, definitely.
And she begins to hum a little melody that you've never heard before. It's not Cappuccino. It's nothing by Sammy Carpenter. As she begins to hum, you hear a melody very similar to this one. And her and Tom just hum this little melody to you. It's a little more upbeat than the music box version I play for you now. But you hear the song, you remember your dream, and Tulpa, it's really putting you on edge.
Oh God. Good song, Lily. Have I ever told you about the dream that I had that involved me being created, and also the implications of it, and also the severe mortal terror I feel that I'm going to stop existing whenever we get to the end of our quest?
What?
Hmm?
No.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh. Well, Huh. Well, yeah, I mean, you can take as much time as you need to think about it. I guess we don't need to get to the valley. Mr. Tumnus sweeps in. It is of urgency that we get to the valley as soon as possible. You're going to have to table all of your fears, Tulpa. It is a necessity we get this girl there quickly. Until Lily goes, oh, okay. Well, you'll have a little less time to think about than I thought, actually, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We won't let anything happen to you.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
And I think the fellowship continues to walk. Grimbus Beerwout slides up adjacent to you in the march, Larder. This is abnormal. He normally likes to maintain a good quarantine distance from you.
How's it going, Bus?
Oh, today's a bit of a weird day for the Beerwouts, as I'm sure you're familiar. Tell me you remember. Come on.
Yeah. Today is the summer solstice.
I can't believe, as a Gillhooley, you don't remember the inception of our clan's rivalry. I can't believe you don't remember the day that started it all.
I do remember. It's the solstice.
Larder, you're not 100% sure what he's talking about. You know the solstice is coming up. He seems to be alluding to some kind of story from the Beerwout line.
Look, Grimbus. Can I call you Bus? The holding on to anger only hurts the person who's holding on to it.
He thinks about that.
Which is, you can tell is true, because I don't give two shits about whatever it is you're trying to tell me.
Okay. Do you want to roll about this?
Yeah.
You have issued some wisdom to Grimbus in this moment. I was going to give you a bonus, but then you finished your wisdom by saying, I don't give two shits what you're talking about. So I think it's going to be just whatever tags you think add.
Yeah, this is some backhanded wisdom. I would like to add, in kind of a tongue-in-cheek way, I would like to add home remedy.
Okay. I see the argument. And you know what? This isn't a tag that's in any light, so I'll let it fly. Add that up.
I have rolled a 6 on the dice. With the tag, it's a 7. 6 to 7.
Straight to a mixed success with no other numerical implications for any kind of bit. Thank God they can't see our cameras right now. On a mixed success, I think you watch Grimbus really consider what you're saying up until around you hit him with the I don't give two shits. And he kind of breaks eye contact with you, just looking at the dirt road in front of him. Just goes, typical Gillhooley. I don't even know why I thought I'd... Oh, man. And he just kind of kicks a little dust. On a mixed success, he looks at you and goes, look, it's not up to me, okay? I would be dishonoring the truly generations of Beerwouts that have been wronged and made fools of by the Gillhooleys. And I think as he says this, dust and dirt from the road goes over the camera, and we see fucking 100 years ago, long ago, we see a different Beerwout and a different Gillhooley. I remember the story like I was there in the flesh. It was, several summer solstices ago today, when my great grandfather, Charlie Beerwout.
And this was 4 summer solstices ago?
Did I say 4?
You said several. I guess that could be an understatement.
I think I use several in a very incorrect way. I think what is the upper number on the word several? I've always viewed it as a vague assemblage of things.
Probably 6 or 7.
Nice.
I had a total mental shutdown there. I don't know what happened. You started doing the 6-7 hands, and all of the electricity in my brain got hit by an EMP for a second. Sorry.
It's an ancient spell, but effective.
Okay. It was so many summer solstices ago. I can't even emphasize how many summer solstices ago it was. My great something grandfather, Charlie Beerwout, was out on the hunt for a big boar to bring back for the solstice feast. Now, at the time, my great grandfather was trying to impress this miss he had his eye on for quite a while. She went by the name of Samantha. Now, Charlie was gonna make Samantha his wife-to-be. They were gonna be perfect for each other. They had so much chemistry. We see Charlie Beerwout, who looks shockingly like Grimbus Beerwout, standing with flowers outside of Samantha's door, and Samantha going, okay. Thank you for the flowers. Marry me. No, I'm sorry, Charlie. I don't have to. He kind of closes the door. Back to Beerwout's voice. Everything was going perfect until my great something grandfather, Charlie Beerwout, returned from the woods with the best beast he ever did hunt slung over his shoulder, just to find Borb. Do you have a name for the original Gillhooley? I have one I'm sitting on, but if you want to name an ancient Gillhooley right now, I'll put it in your hands.
This is Isosceles Gillhooley, is riding up on a 2-horse-drawn chariot in regal garb. He sees Charlie Beerwout in the road and shouts, "Loathsome, impietous wretch!" and just slaps him front hand across the face, sending him sprawling into the dust.
Fucking incredible. Isosceles Gillhooley goes, "Mighty fine beast there you've slain. I think I will take it for myself." Takes the incredible wild boar up upon his carriage and rides away into the town. And then Grimbus's voice comes back in narration. And then, after all the bones in his neck had been broken, he crawled back to town a defeated man, only to find that the heart of Samantha had been stolen by his very assaulter. And we see, crawling back to town, so dead, Charlie Beerwout, bleeding from the mouth, dizzy, looks up to see Isosceles Gillhooley with the hand of Samantha.
"Samantha, it would make me the most joyful of all the dreamer's creatures if you would take my hand in marriage, cementing this long and prosperous relationship that we have nurtured for decades. Take my hand and unite our royal families, as we have planned since the day we were both 5 years old, and as our families have planned for generations, such that truly no other could even hope to have any claim to your love and affection."
Grimbus Beerwout's narration over this. There were no signs that she was in a relationship before this. There was truly no way of telling. And kind of the dust whips back up over the screen. We return to present times. Grimbus Beerwout having told his story. And ever since then, y'all just have a habit of coming back around and being in the wrong places and fucking us over.
Look, we lived in the same place since then. I don't know why you didn't go somewhere else.
Well, why didn't you go somewhere else? I like the place I live.
It sounds like we won it. Fair and square.
No, I don't know.
Look, Grimbus, I'm sorry that happened to Charlie. However long ago that was. It's been a while since the state of the Gillhooley house has known such heights as Isosceles. But it's like I said, Bus, there's no point holding on to a grudge. You've bested me in multiple contests of strength and stamina and intelligence this year, which is maybe not surprising given that I am 90-something, 60, whatever I said, and you are a middle-aged, maybe early middle-aged man.
It's true. I'm a spry 50.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I haven't been 50 in a long time. Years, in fact.
About 20 years.
However long it has been.
Several years, as Reed would put it.
Yeah, so, look, things aren't always going to go your way. And I do think that it sounds like, from what you said, Isosceles is to blame for breaking the neck of your distant relative, and furthermore stealing his boar. But that's not me.
I think, Grimbus, we're still running on a mixed success here, but I do think you have addressed something deep buried inside of Grimbus that he's considered but never spent too much time reconciling, is that out of all of the Gillhooleys, you have been, not terrible to Beerwout and been anything but a symbol of ill fortune for him. The arrival of you meant he got to join the Alliance of the Songstress, putting a great deal of respect and honor on his name. He's bested you in every contest you've been in together. He has a lot of cognitive dissonance with this belief and the actual reality he's living. And I think he gets a bit of a distant look in his eye. He just goes, yeah, but I don't know. There was that time 5 Beerwouts ago where you blew into town and everyone thought that Gillhooley was the greatest. And there, 3 Beerwouts ago, there was that competition of the seers that you won, made a fool out of us. My father, he happened to blow into a Gillhooley who booked the last room at an inn and he had to sleep in the rain for 2 nights. But you haven't been, I don't know. He storms off. And you see he's going through this thing of kind of an old curmudgeon who's coming up against the inevitable wall that they're wrong and doing as much as possible to beat around the bush before he actually has to get to admitting he's wrong.
Well, for Grimbus's, to be fair to Grimbus, I do verbally assault him at every opportunity.
Hey, and here's the thing. I think Grimbus recognizes this, and perhaps Larder does. Grimbus, in the long history of verbal assault the two of you have exchanged, Grimbus took the first shot. He was the one who walked up to you that day at the Games of the Seers and was like, you son of a bitch, I'm going to beat you,
It's all part of a little song and dance.
Yeah. And I think there's also, it's non-verbal, but he says, as he's talking about all of these relationships the Beerwouts have had with the Gillhooleys, he sounds almost nostalgic, or there's some point of cultural pride in the adversarial relationship these two houses have with each other. And so on a mixed success, I don't think he has any emotional breakthrough, but he's clearly very deeply thinking about this.
After he leaves, I think Larder will sit and think for some time, or I guess walk and think because he's on foot.
Yeah.
Hauling the cock box. But when there's the next time we break to make camp, he'll call Tom Yoke over. Tom!
Oh, hey, what's up, Larder?
Do me a favor, would you? Go and get one of Mr. Thumb's smoke things and put it in fucking Grimbus's tent tonight for me.
Okay. Is this one of your Gillhooley Beerwout pranks?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I'll be extra quiet. He scurries off. And I think that night, as Grimbus is tucking into bed, he briefly fluffs out his pillow. As we haven't addressed a lot, but you guys have very nice camping equipment from the capital of Atlas given to you by the Seers. Fluffing his pillow, he looks under it and he sees what is clearly a smoke bomb. And he has something of a wry smile on his face. And in a moment that he would never confess to anyone else, he puts the pillow back down, lays his head back, and triggers the smoke bomb on purpose. And you can hear him shout, Gillhooley!
Ooh, yeah.
Very sweet moment. Incredible. So smoke wafts out of a tent, completely staining the inside walls, black, covering him in ash and soot. And we cut forward once more in time. A very idyllic scene breaking forth from the tree line of the Bedlam Woods. You are all at once greeted by the majestic and imposing skyline of the twisting cliffs. Large, jagged, gray mounds that looked a bit like spears of a god struck upwards through the earth. Cascading waterfalls from parts of them that drift off into foam and steam that rainbows coalesce in off in the distance. Just a beautiful, beautiful skyline. As you finally exit the Bedlam Woods, completing the first part of the songstress's prophecy to march through Bedlam Woods, you realize you're in a transitionary space. You're not in the Bedlam Woods, and you're not yet at the Twisting Cliffs, and this is perhaps going to be your last big moment of respite before the prophecy continues to unfold. And coincidentally, the day you break the tree line and see the Twisting Cliffs is also the summer solstice.
Reed, what did you just say?
What did I just say?
You tried to say coincidentally, but I think you said coincidentally.
No! Fuck.
Kawinky dinkly.
That's kind of what it sounded like.
I've been fucking up a lot of words today. I'll be real. I'm tired. I won't scapegoat the tiredness. I fucked up that word in all honesty, but...
No, it's all good. We can just address it. We've addressed it. The viewers are aware.
Yeah, they know.
We are
know
working.
now.
We're growing. We're healing. And we're ready to move forward.
It's all part of the process, you know?
Yeah.
I've meditated on that, and now I'm a better person for it.
Coincidentally, Mr. Bond.
Mr. Tumnus leans into... It would appear as though we've come to this leg of the journey on the 1-year anniversary of its beginning. Peculiar. Curious. And I have a question for you guys. The summer solstice tradition at the place you hail from, Tobin, which now is quite far back in the rearview mirror.
Several miles away.
Yeah, on foot travel. So, yeah, somewhere in the 70s of miles away. Does your party assemble any kind of feast or festivities or put on any kind of party or event day of summer solstice?
I think if you allow me to have a scene here.
Yeah.
I think somewhere along the way, Tulpa hears that it's going to be the summer solstice and he goes, I think that's the day that I kind of showed up. Does Marianne, do you do anything on the day that you show up? I know
Oh yeah.
Is it like a holiday?
Marianne over here says, she goes, "Oh, it's your birthday."
That's what it's called?
The day that you were birthed. Yeah, it's just got that name. And we'll have a party.
I guess it's been 1 year since Lily birthed me.
Yeah, well, no, she didn't exactly do that either, but yeah, in a way. Well, were you birthed or were you... Maybe it's your dream day. Yes, we'll call it your dream day.
I like it.
That's adorable.
We're setting up a party.
And as the realization dawns on Tulpa that he's now a year older, given that we've established, and it's okay if you don't think this goes anywhere, but given that we've established Dreamlings' belief about how the world around them operates influences how they themselves operate, is Tulpa being told you're a year older having any kind of physical effect on him?
I think it makes him look a little bit older.
Incredible.
Again, not a drastic amount, but he grows a little bit. I think maybe he's unsure about 1 year and how much older that is. And so I think maybe he he starts getting wrinkles on his his face a little bit, and then somebody goes, "Whoa, hold on."
Yeah, Lily sees that and starts shaking her head. No, no, Tulpa, that's too much.
What?
That's too many.
But Larder's old. And they keep saying I'm old now.
Larder is 70 of what you are one of.
Marianne hasn't taught me fractions yet.
You find a balance where you find approximately what you think a year older probably looks like for a dreamling.
Mm-hmm.
And Lily, upon hearing it's your birthday, goes, "Whoa, wait, it's your birthday. Hold on. Oh, man, I've got to go find a present. Marianne, will you come with me?"
Well, Lily, it's not his birthday, it's his dream day. But yes, I'll come with you to find a dream day present.
All right, incredible. Lily takes you off into the woods and begins putting a little flower crown together just out of some nice flowers that she picks. Not too far away, of course. She has become very intuitively familiar with how far she can get from Tulpa before it warps him to her, because she has accidentally triggered it many times. But just right on the cusp of that, putting together a little flower crown. And Marianne, as you look at Lily, who's also turning 13, not exactly on the solstice, but like a month-ish from now. Yeah, she's growing up. She's really hit a bit of a growth spurt over this journey.
Oh.
I think all the physical activity has also been good for her too, but she's a little bit taller. She's putting the flower crown together with a lot of grace. She's talking with a lot more confidence.
The little baby's all grown up.
And she's humming as she puts this crown together. And as she is, bees and all sorts of pollinators just kind of briefly touch down on the crown she's putting together. She doesn't freak out. The bees touch down. The flowers bloom a little bit more.
What if I was like, Marianne does freak out. She hates bees. She just starts screaming. No.
Deathly allergic.
That can be true. It's not a swarm of bees. It's like a bee or two. But yeah, her voice seems to be really harmonious with the nature around her. And yeah, I think just kind of a sweet moment of her putting this crown together.
Reed said that, now he's writing something down, so I'm sure nothing bad will happen later.
I will put on a feast and a celebration.
Incredible.
I have two things to contribute. One, you know the like flea circus kind of deal? Actually, a better analogy. You know a dog show?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a cock show.
Whoa, holy shit. Whoa.
I'm making them jump over little things and run up and down levers and pulleys.
Cool. So, camp the night of the solstice. The beautiful mountains of the twisting cliffs in the background. You are now out of the forest, just in kind of green, idyllic hills. Spread out across these hills. Hoops, ramps, little tunnels for cocks to dive in and out of. A puzzle they have to solve at the end. I don't know what they do at dog shows. The fucking cock gauntlet.
The essay contest.
Yeah. There's an SAT at the end that the chickens have to get a 75% or higher on.
There's Honeybee in particular does a little dance. It's like those like Russian dances where they like squat and kick their legs out, but it's a chicken, so it's just standing there extending one leg and then the other.
You know, I think, and this is a seed that was planted long ago, but at the end of episode 4, The Stirring, where all the magic went haywire and some of your chickens gained the power of speech, I think I implied briefly that one of your chickens perhaps secretly kept that gift. I think during the show, one of the chickens, we'll say Honeybee, fully breaks out into like human choreography.
Yeah.
Honeybee does a little stand-up routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Honeybee, who said nothing for basically a year, who has been harboring the gift of speech to themselves, breaks into a full...
What's the deal with chicken scratch? It's like, we don't do that.
Incredible. Fuck yeah.
And for something, I also prepare a dish from Outer Tobin. That has gone down in my family's history. Everyone's excited. I bust out the special implements, and we all eat fried chicken.
Holy shit. That was the secret to Isosceles Gillhooley's sudden rise to wealth, was being about 500 years early on the grease fryer.
Yeah.
They figured out fried chicken early.
I've invented a contraption. It's an enormous pot of boiling oil.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Why didn't I think of that? Fuck, that's genius.
You can freeze a chicken and dip it straight into the pot of boiling oil.
And nothing bad happens.
Nothing bad will happen.
Cool.
It's tastier and tenderer.
Larder brings out the pot. As you are selecting the chicken to go in the pot, Honeybee goes, "Not me. Not me, please."
Tell me a joke.
Oh, fuck. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why, Honeybee? Why?
To get to the other fried. I'm scared. I'm scared. Honeybee runs. You fry some chicken. And yeah, it's a fucking party. Fried chicken, which is alien to most of you. Chicken that's been prepared in a way so delicious you've never experienced before. Chickens jumping through hoops, doing acrobatics. There's a human pyramid of chickens. And Marianne, do you think there's anything in particular you're doing in preparation or during Tulpa's birthday / the summer solstice?
I think we make him a little cake with a little one on it.
Aww.
Incredible. Fuck yeah. We can say you picked up the necessary ingredients for a cake at a nearby town.
I had them already. I was carrying them the whole time, just in case.
Oh, okay. I was kind of trying to find...
It was bound to be somebody's birthday eventually. It's a surprise that none of us had a birthday yet this year.
I've been carrying this carton of eggs for 365 days because eventually it's going to be someone's birthday.
I get my eggs from Larder. Thank you very much.
Oh,
the
true.
milk,
That's
though,
right.
yes, I have been carrying that for a year.
Maybe the Grimani family has invented like a cake box.
What do you mean a cake box?
Like it comes in a box and then you just add an egg.
Oh, yeah. Boxed cake, yeah.
Cake mix.
Cake mix.
Yeah. Cake mix.
Cake box.
You can tell the Grimani house were witches because they got a fucking Kroger brand double chocolate cake mix, just perfectly preserved the way we buy it now in medieval times. You throw together a cake that looks absolutely delectable with a big number 1 on top of it. The chickens are parading around. Finally, Tulpa, it's your big day. How is Tulpa enjoying himself? Is there anything you want to draw attention to before we get to me making all of you sing happy birthday? Sorry, happy dream day.
I think Tulpa is just taking advantage of it seeming to be a day where people aren't going to tell him not to do certain things. And so he's really kind of going crazy with his powers and just like seeing what he can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
He's morphing into a bunch of stuff. He's eating a bunch of stuff. Some of it's food, some of it's not. He's chasing around the chickens.
Yeah, I think Lily gave you the briefing. So listen, when it's your dreams day, it means you can do whatever you want with way fewer repercussions. It's a very self-indulgent day of doing what you want to do. Cut loose.
Whatever I want. He gets a devilish grin, and then we cut away.
Oh no, all of the chickens are gone. Cool. So, the Dreams Day is afoot. Merriments are being had. And a little ways through the celebration, before you all sing Happy Dreams Day to you, the sky begins to dim. A rumbling can be heard. Faint, but present, and greater than the last time you heard it. Tulpa, you feel a familiar spell come over you. This is a very familiar phenomenon to something that happened close to a year ago today. Tulpa, you feel good.
Ooh.
You feel very good, and your magic once again begins to almost uncontrollably strengthen. This familiar feeling washes over you, and while you're playing around, what is Tulpa doing when this magical surge hits?
I think he's trying to become a bird, but it's not going very well because normally his shape change doesn't have like that much like finesse or sway. But then all of a sudden he just fully like his arms elongate and grow a lot wider, and his his neck cranes out, and he looks very similar to the shape that he took the last time this happened, except with 2 massive wings, and he just starts soaring up in the air and goes, "Guys, I'm doing it! Oh my god!"
Yeah, I think you have the most successful avian transformation you've ever attempted before.
And now what if I do this? And then he turns into a Tulpa elephant and then rockets down to the ground and smashes. I think there's a shot of a single chicken looking up in the sky as a shadow grows and grows across it, and then it lays an egg.
I don't know what it's from, but do you know that one gif of Willem Dafoe looking up in fear at the camera?
I think it's from The Lighthouse.
I think so. That's not the gif where he jacks off from the lighthouse, but it's the other one.
Yeah. We get that shot of the chicken looking upwards at Tulpa Finch coming down. A burst of feathers, and we cut away. Tulpa, you're having a blast with this sudden burst of magical energy now that you're not in like a high combat situation like last time. You're making a cake, Marianne. Larder can also be present if he wants to be. Any of you can be in any of these scenes. Mr. Tumnus goes, not very good at all. Earlier than last year, much earlier.
Mr. Tumnus, what are you talking about?
The summer solstice happened at the same time it did last year on today, the summer solstice, so you got nothing to be worried about.
Don't you feel it? The tremors, the reverberations through the earth, Tulpa's sudden affinity for wings.
I know, I make good wings. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, the stirring. Don't you feel it?
Yeah, I'm stirring the cake.
No. No.
The tossing and turning of a giant.
Oh.
Don't you feel it?
And you do feel the earth kind of boom, 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 boom.
He's restless. Normally these, they don't happen quite so soon. We thought we had a good or so 5 years until we had to be at the valley. This year, well, we're going to be cutting it close.
Mr. Tumnus, have you been on these trips before?
Oh, I'm just a scholar, dear boy, just a scholar.
He taps the side of his nose.
You mean to tell me that we were sent here thinking we would be gone for 5 years? They didn't tell me that part.
No, the trip takes about, 2 to 3, depending on conditions, but they send the songstress about 5 years before the giant would wake, just to give a 2-year buffer of extra certainty.
Okay.
But, I am afraid we have been afforded no such buffer. For some reason, the giant is stirring more and more frequently. The dreamer is, exiting his dreaming.
Well, damn. Why don't we get a fucking move on then? I blow my cock whistle and all the chickens start putting the shit back into the box.
I think it may be best that we cut this cake and get a move on, yes.
Yeah, Larder Gillhooley is doing airport runway signs with 2 glowing wands. What are those called? Fucking...
I call them my cock wands. My cock directors.
Incredible.
Cock for short.
I call them my 2 cock directors, cocks for short. Marianne, as this stirring, as Mr. Tumnus referred to it as, happens, you feel a little weird. You feel it. You didn't feel this way last year, but you feel physically a little weaker, and your hand is kind of shaking a little bit as you cut the cake holding the knife.
She's just like me, for real. That's odd. I think Marianne's not going to say anything about it.
Cool. You cut into the cake. The stirring begins to subside after this conversation. The rumbling stops. The flickering we'll say it's early night, so we'll say the flickering of the stars comes to an end and the sky returns to normal. Hey, it's time to sing the fucking Dreamday song and eat some cake. Tom Yoke comes up. All right, everybody, just as we practiced. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Happy Dreamday to you. Happy Dreamday to you. And Lily Tillman is one of the people who's like really harmonizing and riffing in the middle of the birthday song, you know, like adding extra notes. Happy birthday, dear dreamer. Yeah.
I think he says just how we practice, but it's just been them practicing.
And Tom's doing it by the book, and Lily's really hamming it up.
Yeah.
And you would be, you know, normally those are the kind of people you get upset at if it wasn't this good. Like, she's fucking knocking it out of the park. She's giving a Super Bowl national anthem level performance with this birthday song. Happy Dreams Day, dear Tulpa. Happy Dreams Day to you. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. Yay! Tulpa, do you have a Dreamday wish as you blow out the candle?
I think Tulpa, he doesn't tell anyone his wish because he was told by Marianne that you don't tell anyone your wish if you want it to come true. But he blows out the candles and then just quietly to himself, he just says, I wish that I can survive past the end of this adventure.
Oh, it's so sad. You make that wish, you don't tell anyone. And behind Tulpa's head in the shot, a single shooting star races across the sky. Whether or not that's symbolic of anything magical or meaningful happening here is yet to be seen, but it does happen.
Is that Dominion?
Oh my god.
Keeping an eye on us?
As the candle is blown out and the festivities for the night wind down, as all of Larder's cocks, with all of the rigor, speed, and efficiency of Thing 1 and Thing 2, like packing up the whole house and jumping back into a box, just fucking, like, rapidly disassembling the whole thing and getting back in the cage. Everyone tucking in once more for camp. I'm going to ask for one last check that all of you can make regarding your 5 senses, perception, keeping watch, any tags that would help with that kind of roll. And we will start on Colton, I've decided.
I don't think I really have any tags for that. Yeah, not really. So let's just roll these bones. Oh my god, I'm cracked. 11 without anything.
Holy shit. Okay, 11. I'll keep that in mind. Sid, you want to go next?
Yes. Remind me, we roll 2d6.
2d6, and then if you feel you have any tags that would help with vision, perception, keeping watch.
I think knowledge of locations is applicable here, because I know things about places and how they might look or sound.
I might be a bit strict on this one and say that would help with like biology and plant life, and like I know where towns are. I don't think that would explicitly help with your like vision or acuteness.
Okay, how about living off the land?
Okay, I'll let living off the land fly.
I would say I've got another one to list if you want me to keep going.
Well, what's the other one? It could also be right.
Self-reliant.
I think living off the land. I think roll 2d6 plus 1.
That is a total of 6.
All right, incredible. And finally, Larder Gillhooley.
I am gonna want to add foraging.
Foraging.
Because we're traveling through the forage.
It's true, but for what specifically I have in mind, I don't think it applies, and I'm sorry. I hate to be vague with the terms of this roll.
Okay, I'm straight roll. Flat roll. I'm gonna straight up roll it. Watch this 13.
Okay, incredible.
5.
I will roll for Lily real quick. I actually am not. Someone else roll 2d6 for me. I don't have those on deck. I'm a bad GM.
3.
All right.
See what you get?
Sweet. With a wonderful Dreamday complete, doubling as the 1-year anniversary of your travel towards the valley, all of you settle in, feeling a little more rested and rejuvenated after, for the first time in a while, a day of partying and merriment. Except for Tulpa, who, after all this time, I think you're still growing accustomed to sleep. I think we've established you can sleep, you can dream, but every now and again, it takes you a little longer than the rest of your party to fall asleep, just because it's not a primary function of your brain. And this night, while you are lying on the ground in the sidecar tent attached to Lily's, you look out the flap of your tent, open and billowing in the nighttime breeze, and something catches your eye. It's slight, faint, near imperceptible, but through an incredible stroke of luck, a 5 and a 6 on 2d6, you're able to catch the refraction of moonlight on something silvery coming from the tree line. Would you like to describe what you're doing to the viewers because they can't see you?
Tulpa closes one eye and then opens the other one and then gets really close to the tent flap. And I think his eye starts to comically get bigger and bigger as he really tries to look at this weird silvery flash in the distance.
Your eye magnifies, and you catch just a glimpse of a single iron eye off in the tree line, perched atop a branch off in Bedlam Woods, which you are just outside of. Just a brief glimpse of a figure in a black robe wearing a helmet very reminiscent of one of the three seers, except not gold. It is a rusted and dented silvery iron. It's hard to make out the material. With a closed eye. Except the eye only closes after you spot it and make direct eye contact with it. And then the eye, defying physics, the metal eye closes. You blink, and the figure is gone.
He looks around, everybody's still asleep. Just goes, I don't really know what to do. Everybody's pretty tired from my party. It'll probably be fine. And he goes back to sleep.
Wonderful. You go to bed for the night. And as our camera pans out from our favorite fellowship about to begin the final leg of their journey, we see several of these figures in the forest, atop tree branches, squatting, peering through the leaves, with big open metal eyes watching your camp. And that night, Tulpa, you have quite the strange dream, which we will start with at the beginning of next episode of Tabletop TV. Woo! Wow!
Will it be the next episode of Tabletop TV, Reed?
Great question, Sid. Actually, after this episode of Tabletop TV, there is going to be a bit of a temporary change in our programming just for a little while.
Gasp! Something new and exciting.
It's true.
DMX what noise.wav?
Tabletop TV is a television program dedicated to getting as much exposure to the wild, wide world of tabletop role-playing games. And as you may have noticed, Valley of the Dreamer is a campaign that has been going for quite a while, and we have hit kind of a critical conclusion of Act 1, so we thought we might switch it up a little bit just for these next 2 episodes or so, as most likely somebody else is going to be running a one-shot. So look forward to that. We will get back to the very strange dream Tulpa has after a brief intermission, a halftime show of the campaign, if you will. Oh, and one final thing that I keep telling myself I need to do at the end of every episode, and I keep forgetting. If you've been enjoying the show so far, hit us with 5 stars on whatever you're listening on. It goes such a long way, let me tell you.
And subscribe to our Patreon once it exists.
The Patreon doesn't exist yet, but
it does in our hearts.
Yeah, so, If you have an option to hit us with 5 stars, hit us with 5. If you have an option to comment, leave a comment. I'll respond. Any amount of interaction goes a long way, especially word of mouth. If you're enjoying, tell a friend. Okay, that's the end of my plugging. Thank you all for listening to the episode.
Oh, and Reed, don't forget the most important part. Follow us on our brand new Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Twitter doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck, sorry. Follow us on our brand new X.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's funny because we record this a little before we release it, and so now I'm sort of setting Reed up to have this ready to go for when he makes an official TTTV
X.
X.
Yeah, Borb's kind of backed me into a corner here where he's trying to put me on more social media platforms. But I will.
And our Instagram.
I'm always a step ahead.
Okay.
And our TikTok.
And we're live streaming on Twitch right now, so go check that out. All right, everybody. It's been a great episode. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.